Good morning, dear fellow pilgrims. Day number 9 is upon us. Today from Nájera to Santo Domingo de la Calzada, only 20 kilometers. According to Google, only 4 hours of walking, but it will take longer for me, because my legs don't move properly anymore, but usually it goes fast. The body gets used to it again. Here's again the installation from last night. And there's the way out of the city. Everything well marked. I have something to eat for the road. The night was good in the hotel, but I missed that already. I'm going to miss that so much, but it's alright. You have to keep going somehow. You've got to keep going. So, I'll see you on the road. With every step my feet burn like fire. By the way, I also have new blisters. If you don't want to see what such a foot looks like after a few days on the way of St. James, then close your eyes now. Actually, quite good, right? The Camino can be roughly divided into 3 sections. Physical, mental and spiritual. I'm fully on the physical section. And that means that the consciousness is filled to a large extent by the following thought and content. Ouch! Ouch! Oh, and fortunately, there are only 581 kilometers left. What do I want to complain about? I already miss my hotel room. Today my feet hurt. I notice it with every step, but it must go on. In the first 1.5 hours I am almost completely alone on the road. It is very quiet and I hear only the wind, which quietly howling across the plain. Then I'm in the next small town, Sofra. There I meet Mike at a cafe and a tasty Napolitana is ready to meet my stomach. In other words, finally breakfast. What is actually missing to a typical Camino day? There he is, the running gag made flesh. Karl says a quick hello and past us. A phenomenon, this man. He sleeps 2 hours longer than all of us, then looks out of the window with pleasure, and as soon as the sun is warm enough, he shoots off and overtakes us all. He describes himself as the Ferrari on the pilgrims. With Mike we go on. It is windy and even raining, and somehow my thoughts turn a bit deeper inside. No, that's not true. Actually, I simply have pain.
Clouds in the air today. This is where we came from. There's the road. You can see we ran into a little bit of rain. And look, look, there's Sebastian!
Look, there's Mike! Hello! Today I have filmed a little. We just had to walk through some rain. Now it's another hour and a half to Santo Domingo. I'm going to stop here for a bit. And there's Mike. Hello. Mike is going to the next town. He's having a coffee. And at this area de descanso para peregrinos, in short, just a resting place for pilgrims, are way separate. Mike goes to drink a coffee and I leave another message to my family. Well, and while most of the small towns on the way have such a touch of southern flair, I feel reminded of the aesthetics of a setting from the movie The Godfather. Narrow streets, shutters, older gentlemen creeping around the corner. Although we are here in the north of Spain and it actually has nothing to do with southern Italy. So it's a special contrast when you then trudge into a new housing estate with modern, evenly separated box houses with front gardens and a golf course nearby. Actually, I'm looking for a bar right now. I think I'm just going to keep going because that's just roughly another hour. It's a nice short trip today. It does my feet good. Another hour to Santo Domingo and there's a cold drink for me, for sure. To be honest, slowly the pain and the howling wind are driving me insane. I apologize for that. Donde me encuentro? Donde me encuentro? No hablas español. Donde me encuentro? Donde me encuentro? ¿Qué? ¿Qué? No hablas español. That being said, wherever here is, it's insanely beautiful. I could imagine spending a while here. Down the hill and I pass through the invisible gates of Santo Domingo, a small place with a luminous character. Quickly check in and exactly, another stamp in the book. I don't want them to discover an empty field later in Santiago. It should work with a Compostela, so. And then I meet the guys again. I arrived in Santo Domingo, sitting in the bed. It's a 3-bedroom. Im Bett. 3-Bettzimmer. Und zwar. Hello! Hello! It's gonna be a long night.
Oh my god! Those stairs are a killer, aren't they? Huh? Where's the elevator? Yeah. I looked everywhere. I couldn't see no elevator. No elevator.
Yeah, yeah. And she said to me, it is on the 2nd floor, but it's on the 3rd.
He requested the top floor.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Oh my god! I got in at 12:15.
I got here just now.
I've been drinking Chivas ever since.
I had 2 glasses of wine.
So we take a look at the city. I run around, buy water, fill up the supplies, etc. The daily routine. This is our place to stay. It's nice here. So sunglasses on and pretend I'm a cool vagrant checking out the hood. Oh no, let's stay down to earth and send a message to my boys right away. This is mein Platz. This is my place, and this is the view outside over the city. The town is called Santo Domingo de la Casada. That was 20 kilometers. That was about 5 hours of walking. And that was pretty exhausting. My feet really hurt most of the time, so I just bought some, aids at the pharmacy to put on my feet, so they won't hurt so much anymore. Dad's adventure continues. You can do the same. You can go to the end of the world too. Now, the grimace of the day. Tomorrow, there will be another grimace.
Hello.
After I had prepared everything for tomorrow, I got into the city and went to Karl and Mike. There was vino and there was spaghetti. But without suspecting it, the absolute highlight of the day awaited us on the way back.
I mean, this machine is amazing.
You send me that, okay?
Yeah.
Karl and Mike wanted to run errands. So we went to a supermarket and there was this thing. And it was squeezing oranges. You can't imagine how incredibly divine this orange juice tasted. So delicious. Day number 9 on the Camino Frances, on the way of St. James is behind me. It was an easy walk, 5 hours or so, of course. It took me 6 or 7 hours, and I show you the hostel where we are now staying. The day today was okay, actually. So I went first through a wine-growing area, then through a picturesque green field with a wide, long path that you could really see all the way to the horizon. Unfortunately, it was raining and also storming quite a bit at the end, so I couldn't take any drone shots. But that's how it is. It was fortunately also only a short distance, so today about 20 kilometers. And yes, now we have arrived at the hotel. It's also very nice and I took a shower. We have a 3-bedroom, this also makes it cheaper with Karl and Mike. We haven't met any other pilgrims in the town now. On the way, of course, we did. Yes, the two have, of course, also overtaken me again at some point. Yeah, this morning we set off in Nájera relatively early, 6:37 a.m. I had already packed my bag and the first hour consisted practically only of pain in the feet. It was like someone hitting the soles and balls of your feet with a sledgehammer all the time, and like running over burning coals. So pick any metaphor you like. It was just pain. The first hour was just pain. After that, it was fine. Now I'm going to roam around Santo Domingo a little bit. The other two are already in bed. And it was beautiful in Nájera this morning. Just these rock formations that this town clings to. It's really picturesque. You can really say it was a beautiful town. After an hour, the pain also subsided and I could walk normally. The next town was about 7 kilometers away. There I grabbed breakfast with coffee con leche, which I'm slowly learning to love. I drink the actually more Americano, but with milk, it's also okay here. Then I met a guy from Sweden, had a short talk with him. I met 2 Germans. The couple from which I actually assumed that it comes from Greece, but it does not come from Greece, but from Hungary. We had a nice chat and then Karl came around the corner, and Mike. And with him, I also drank a coffee and then Karl moved on and Mike and I went on our way and covered most of the distance. As I said, it rained a little bit then. We had to get out our rain jackets, ponchos and backpack dress-ups a bit. At one point we parted ways again because I took a little longer break and at a beautiful spot where I wrote a message to my family. I leave little messages along the way. That is also such a little part of what I have in mind here. Then the last hour and a half was tough. My feet hurt extremely again. So just the last hour and a half again consisted only of pain. And I have to honestly admit that today I was not able to somehow continue a clear train of thoughts on the way because my head was actually filled with this pain. Somehow, not so that I had to stop or there would be unbearable or something like that. He just kept me busy all the time, and I hope it will stop at some point. The two Germans I talked to said they would stop after about 14 days. They would get better after 14 days. And then you would just have to deal with other things. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. I'll wait and see. Then I found another really nice view. On the hill in front of Santo Domingo. There I had an overview over the whole city. Okay, I think this is a part of a monastery, which is located here in the city, but I'm not sure. You can get stamps everywhere. So far, I've always gotten stamps in the albergue, but you can also get the stamps, of course, traditionally in the church, but also in restaurants and bars. Stamps, you get here. In any case, on the way. I spoke with Karl, who is now walking this Camino for the second time. He wants to split it sometime. At some point he wants to go to the north and continue the tour. So in 5 days or so. The guy is simply a machine. He is trudging through here. And that's not a supporting challenge for him at all, but he says he's just mentally so strong that he can do it and that he also enjoys it. But I'm really taking it easy. I keep an eye on the time. I know if I get there at 3 p.m, then I'm fine. Of course, I don't get a lot things done that I wanted to get done. I always wanted to bring a few more things to the post office, send home, because I have packed too much. I have not yet managed that. But I bought some new band-aids for blisters on my feet, because I now have 4 blisters to deal with. I bet at some point I'll start naming these things. Yes, so mentally it was a preoccupation with pain today, but I guess that's part of the journey too. That is, yes, the first stage is the physical stage. The body gets used to it, and I also notice how the body slowly gets used to it. There are always stages where I know I'm in pain, but don't really realize it in my head and mind, because yeah, I actually feel fine. Then after I rested a bit, it was another 40 minutes of walking. I've already seen the city, but it does not matter. I went to a supermarket and had a drink, yes, and then we agreed that we also rest. I met the others then, and that we first rest for 1 or 2 hours. Then we lay in bed, and then, yeah, I had really interesting images in my head. Because now I deal more often with the question, what is the past good for? Yes, why are you actually doing this? And I mean, there are many answers to this, and I have already given myself some answers. And then I saw this path in front of my eyes, this Camino. It was really in front of me in this dream. Really, the way it showed itself to me today is a long, wide path through a picturesque landscape. That's how it showed itself to me today anyway. And I was walking on it. And so then I put these headlines on this picture that I have in my head. The headline, I'm doing this for my kids. I want to encourage my children to try different ways in life, never to lose courage. I do this for myself, to somehow give my life a new direction. I do it to show that you can reach the end of the world, and so on. And then, of course, there are these religious, spiritual motives, and all of that seemed to me as a headline, as many headlines to it. And then all of that faded away fairly quickly. All those titles disappeared. There was such a blur effect. It went into the background, and then those lines sank down and sank as if in a swamp into that way. And the feeling I got from that made me understand that the title gives the answer to the question, but this is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. You can give any answer you want. All these answers disappear in the path. All these answers can be absorbed by this way, like a sponge, without having to present them as this title, this and that. Yeah, that's the point. This is the answer to all those questions. All that disappears in the way, leaving me wordless, except with perhaps a deeper understanding. The mind that gives these answers, yes, can do it, can do that happily, but that does not matter, because all that is in the foreground of the way, and that's all pretty much I can say about it right now. But there was this strong feeling that the way itself is the answer. And that's trivial. I apologize for that, but I clearly had that feeling today. Yeah, tomorrow we go to Belorado. That's also 20 kilometers or so. There will also be a short tour again. I will try to set off again at 6:30 AM. And we will all enjoy a freshly squeezed orange juice tomorrow morning, because that was the greatest thing I saw today. An orange press machine in the supermarket, where you could put an empty bottle underneath and just press the orange juice by squeeze the orange juice by pressing a button itself, and watch how the oranges rolled underneath and were squeezed out. Yeah, thank you for watching. Sorry for the length of the video. It will be shorter again tomorrow. Thank you. Tomorrow we will continue to Belorado from Santo Domingo de la Calzada. Heavy. So far I haven't had a break. I'm hanging in here. As long as my feet will carry me. I look forward to tomorrow's discoveries, and I thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. If you are here on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Please do this. Thank you. I'm out for now. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. See you tomorrow. Bye.